as an Edo man today in Nigeria, you are being made mockery of wherever you go. When you open your mouth to say it, whether at the airport or wherever, that I'm from Edo State, people are looking at you and they're laughing at you. This was not the case 11 months ago. Wherever I went to as commissioner, when you say Edo State, people stand up to clap for you because we're the cynosure of all eyes across Nigeria. Because whenever I had to do with progress that was made, developmental 21st century progress, Edo was number one. But wherever we go today, they are laughing at you because they say that your governor has become a content creator. It is from one issue to another. And to be very honest, sir, I love the office of the governor, have enormous respect for the office, but I'm embarrassed that we have a governor who is not making us proud. A few days ago, a few weeks ago, our governor went to Glasgow. In my opinion, he went for a vacation in the UK. And after he must have spent some time wherever he went to, they went to watch football because we saw pictures of the APC chairman and some others who went to watch football. There's nothing wrong with that. Then he went to Glasgow for an economic summit, Edo Global Investment Summit, it was called. And they came back home. 2 days later, they told us that Edo has signed a $250 million investment deal with Euro Africa CCI. Initially, when I saw that, I was like, oh, wow. At what point during the forum did this investment come? Because we watched it, we saw videos, we saw pictures. The governor was more or less fraternizing with Edo people in Glasgow, talking about the elections, talking about his 2.5 million votes for the president. That was what his conversation was centered around. Then suddenly we saw 250 million US dollars. And me, I've lived in the US. I know how easy it is to come by $250 million. And so we had to investigate. We found out that these people, this Euro Africa CCI, they did not have a website that was commonsensical. The phone number on that website was connected to a trader in Ibadan, a trader. The email of that company was not functioning. You send a message to the email and it bounces back, mailer demon. The email was wrong. The phone number was connected to a trader in Ibadan. Then we now ask the question, this consortium that wants to give us $250 million, do they have any record of where they have given anybody $1,000 or $1 million? We had to investigate. We saw that there was nothing concrete about this Euro Africa CCI. We got to investigate who are those who manage this consortium. One ambassador, something, Amadasun or whatever. We discovered that the man is a local, lives somewhere in Ewoimi, who was trying to bamboozle the government, to make mockery of the government, to make merchandise of the Edo people. There was no $250 million investment. It was a fraud. It was a fluke. It was a creation to deceive the Edo people. And I don't blame the governor, because the governor was not even aware of such investments. Why did I say so? It took them 3 days after the governor came back, when the PDP started to ask questions. What really happened at this global summit, investment summit? All we could see was a jamboree. The government taking pictures with Eastern people or Benin people, and that was all we could see. Then they came up with the idea to tell the Edo people that there was such an investment. It was all a lie. Hold on, sir. Arise TV, prime time, they reached out to me. They said this is something that is painting the Edo State government in a bad light. I went to Abuja and I sat in the prime time with millions of people watching, and I exposed the fraud. There was no investment. Euro Africa CCI really does not exist except on paper. They have never given anybody $1 million. They do not have the capacity to give any subnational $250 million in the short term or in the long term. The man who said he gave the investment was making a Zoom call from somewhere in Ewohimi. How is it then that our governor was deceived to publish in national dailies that Edo State has signed the deal? Then Dr. Loretta was called after my interview because I told them that there's nobody in Edo State that can come to substantiate this claim because we had investigated. And when she came to Onaright CB, she said, well, there was no deal that was signed. That was what she said. What we did was to have an MOU showing the intent of the Euro Africa to invest such monies. And then the anchor asked her, but does that mean the state government lied when they said a deal was signed? And when we, even after several days, when we could get a phone number to get to the Euro Africa CCI, the person who was the anchor person there said there was no deal signed with the Edo State government. What he said was that there was an agreement, an MOU. The same MOU we sought Obaseki for signing, that was the same document they produced and showed to the Nigerian people, signed by the chief of staff and Loretta. The person who was to bring the money had no signature on the MOU. So it was not just an embarrassment, it was a catastrophe. And I was trying to have some form of a rapprochement with my mind in a straight betwixt two as to what really is happening to Edo State. And Edo State, where everybody was praising us a few months ago. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. One good thing, one happiness we all share today is that the governor or the government of Okpebholo did not fall for the scam.
But they did. No. They did. It was the PDP who raised the alarm to tell the Edo people that this was a fluke. The governor had published it on national dailies. Everybody was saying it. So the government did not just fall for the scam. Hold on, sir. The government engineered the scam and published it to the Nigerian people. Because if Punch, Vanguard, or Observer, or whatever, did not get an endorsement from the state government, they will not publish it. So it is either two things. Either the governor is not aware of what is going on in his government, or there was a deliberate attempt to defraud and lie to the Edo people. So the government was complicit, the government was culpable, and let us fix culpability where culpability is.
Thank you.